I'm Edwin Samuelson. Welcome to the CineFiles, a show that allows you to eavesdrop on the conversation of fellow film fanatics. Today we're going to be talking about Dario Argento, who happens to be my favorite director. Today I picked 4 Argento films that I thought would the guys here would enjoy, and I'm looking forward to discussing them. In fact, let me rephrase that, 5, because you guys saw Suspiria, so I can mention that. There's actually 5 films we'll be discussing today of Dario Argento. We're going to be discussing Inferno.
I actually only saw 4.
Oh, but you already saw Suspiria.
Continue. Just continue.
Okay,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
All right, let me start over.
What was the first film you the first film that we watched? Why did you choose that as the first film?
Well, I chose the reason I chose the films today, I mean, I would have chose a slightly different lineup, but I chose films because I wanted to make it easy on you guys. I mean, Eric, I knew saw a couple, and you did too, so I thought I'd make it easy. I
saw 4.
You saw 4. And
well, we were supposed to see 4. Just to clarify, we don't confuse our audience.
Yeah.
We were supposed to see 4.
Argento's, all his endings are so not only implausible, but like I mentioned earlier, in the words of John Wayne, re-goddamn ridiculous. They're all the endings are re-goddamn ridiculous. They don't make any sense. And this one didn't make any sense. I'm sorry, but I can't see this old little Italian grandma doing all this stuff. It doesn't make any sense.
I still love the movie. I think.
And then you have the crazy homosexual, which is so stereotypical. Like, I'm gay and I'm gonna try and kill people and shut people up. I'm crazy.
You know what though? Did you see it dubbed in English?
Yes.
I saw it with the Italian track subtitled. And I think that's an issue with the English dubbing. He's not playing,
Dude, I'm talking about the acting, like the visual acting by that guy.
Actually, like when he revealed that he was gay, or they revealed that he was homosexual, I was like, oh, interesting, not stereotyped. I didn't think somehow when I saw it, he didn't seem that stereotypical to me.
But to me, I think a closet case that goes around and either attempts to kill people or whatever, even though he's not the kid.
Are we in spoiler territory?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Spoil it.
But to me, it just seemed like...
I thought they explained why very well.
To me, it just seemed very rote and very stereotypical that this guy is a closet case, and thus he could also be psychotic.
Well, the next film after Deep Red, is he did Suspiria, which was his biggest hit. I mean, it made him
Which we're not going to go into any details.
We're not going to go into details, but that was a completely different stylistic departure. In fact, it was the first film that he actually delved into the supernatural. Beautiful film, very beautiful to look at. I really don't love it as much as everyone else does. Everyone considers it his best film ever. As I said, it's a piece of art to look at, but I'm just not a big fan of it. But after this...
Why aren't you a fan of Suspiria?
Well, it's so funny is that the next film we're going to talk about is actually somewhat a sequel to it, and actually, the problem I have is the story in Suspiria just bores me to death. I really had no interest, and I didn't care about the girls' school, the
My problem is, we're going to Inferno, the whole Mother of Tears thing.
Well, the Mother of Tears.
I mean, it's an interesting idea. My problem isn't the story. My problem is Argento.
Yeah, I can understand why people would not like his storytelling, but let me tell you, his visual style is phenomenal, and that's why you go to see his films.
Well, I agree, but so are some music videos, and you only have to sit through 2 minutes of that.
Technically, you could say the same thing about Michael Bay.
True.
You go to see a Michael Bay film to see somebody.
Do not compare.
Somebody get out of the car like this.
Do not compare Argento with Michael Bay.
And they're all sweaty and like they go to grab the guy.
Now I'm really, I regret I picked the show.
And somebody could say, you don't go to Michael Bay films for acting, you go to see the visuals.
Well, no.
But you're using the same argument.
No, because let me tell you what I love about it, is that, well, anyway, let me explain. So anyway, Suspiria was a big hit. It was a supernatural film, so Fox gave him the money to make a sequel.
Right.
And he made the sequel, and the sequel is Inferno, which I think is a much better film.
You have, for the most part, you have pretty good taste in music.
Thank you. Tell people that. At least that we can agree on.
How can you like the music? It's horrible.
It works very well with the visuals.
No,
it
doesn't.
Argento
There's like a
actually,
person reading a book at a Motorhead thing, or she's running along, but
people are going to disagree with you on that.
It's not
Suspiria
Suspiria
and Deep Red are phenomenal soundtracks that you can actually listen to on their own.
Goblin is horrible.
I think the Suspiria soundtrack. I think the Goblin soundtrack for Suspiria works for Suspiria absolutely. I don't have a problem. In fact, didn't George Romero use Goblin for Dawn of the Dead?
They use Dawn of the Dead. All the music in Dawn of the Dead is based on Goblin.
And I'm not, but where I concede to Mike's point is that I do think that his music cues for a lot of scenes are inappropriate for the
They don't
scenes that are
always
being
work.
displayed.
They don't always work, but
And that- well, not always,
Not
a
in all his
lot.
films, but his a lot of Suspiria works brilliantly. Deep Red it works brilliantly.
It works in
Inferno is
Suspiria.
very good.
Deep Red it works.
In Phenomena, I agree. There's some places the music is inappropriate, but I think a lot of times it complements the visuals. Opera, it's a very unusual score for him. It's different because it has like there's some operatic music, with them. It's not so much
That was
progressive rock.
different. I didn't have a problem with the soundtrack in opera. Actually, that was the one film next to Deep Red was like, well, I don't have a problem with the soundtrack.
I give up, everybody. I'm Edwin Samuelson. This
Right?
is the CineFiles. I'm out of here. Fuck it. I give up. Goodbye.
This is like the best show ever.
Cut.
Okay, that's good. Finally. Cut, please. Glow, please. I don't want this torture to end. I want it to end, please. 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 Come on.
That was awesome.
Okay.
That was maybe one of the most fun shows I've ever done.
You defended yourself a lot better than Jeff did, but
I never.
Did I do better than Jeff, please?
I never laughed harder than when I laughed.
Oh, God. I just know that show is going to be very highly viewed. I know Erica's going to be rushing to edit that one.
I hope so. I hope so. I have never had more fun on the CineFiles.
I told you this
Oh,
this new
my God.
format